What we didn't do at the end of last session is we did not quickly run through the XP, which is something that the characters gain after every session. I asked them 1 or 2 questions. Actually, it's 3 questions. I'm a liar as well. And depending on their answers to that, they get 1 or 2 experience points, which they can use to increase their ability. So I'm going to start with Bang, the leech, if I may, because that's the sheet that I've got open first in front of me. So Bang. In the last session, did you address a challenge with technical skill and mayhem? Can you remember? I can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I set fire to the
You did. You started a fire using chemical.
Yes.
So, you can give you. Did you do it more than once? Did you commit acts of technical mayhem more than once last session?
I don't think I did. I think that's the only one. I did some fine work.
Yes.
But yeah, nah.
So yeah, you give yourself an XP for that one then. So, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background during the last session?
I don't think I did.
Do you not?
No, don't think so.
Okay. I mean, there was mention of the leader of the Growlers at certain points, and I think you were in discussions with somebody else about that. But
she loves him.
If you say no, then it's no. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
Not last session.
Okay. That's all I'm going to ask you then. So I've got to go to Aces now. Aces, you are a slide, a manipulator of peoples, a slick con man. Did you address is that 6 of open? Multiverse is a bit slow this evening.
That's fine.
Did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
Yes, I most definitely did.
Did you do it more than once?
I possibly did it more than once.
Okay, well, you give yourself 2 then, XP.
I have dinged.
Oh, you've gone. So you get to clear your XP track and add yourself another special ability from your playbook.
Woo! I will decide that while the others do their leveling.
Absolutely. The rest of the questions then. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background in the last session?
I'm questioning my background because I did bring up a lot of Ace's Firestarter history.
Yep. You get to decide. I don't get to decide. If you think you did, then you get to tick a box.
I would definitely say Ace's let a lot of who he is out on the last. So I'll give myself a tick.
Alrighty then. And did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the last session?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay. Alright. So that's you done. We'll go to Tamer. Now I know that Tamer was out of action for part of it, but you still get to do the progression because we're kind like that.
Well, that's yes, very kind. I've noticed that this game is extremely kind.
That's the law again, isn't it?
It's the law.
You addressed the challenge with tracking or violence at all?
Yes, unsuccessfully so.
It doesn't matter whether it's successful.
Yes.
You addressed the challenge.
Did.
You did. Did you do it more than once?
Yes, I did do it. Well, there was once with Angie and once on my own, which got me into trouble.
2 XP.
All right, excellent. I'll take it.
Yeah. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background during the last session?
Good question. I believe I'm gonna say no for that one.
Okay.
I don't think it was 2.
You've only got to do it once.
Yeah, no, I don't. It wasn't really definitive. No.
Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the last session?
Well, yes. I had.
All right then.
By definition of what happened to me, I will
have an XP. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally on to Aggie.
Hello.
Oh, we'll get done for that, won't we? Better what? Aggie, did you address a challenge with violence or coercion during the last session?
Yes.
Did
I
you do it more than
kneecapped
once?
somebody. Well, it was a big fight. I'm not sure.
Oh, you give yourself 2 XP then.
Okay. At the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background at all?
Not on that last session,
Okay.
no.
Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
No, I did not.
And we're done.
Nice.
There we go. Job done.
Okay. So we're going to start this evening. And I'm going to start by asking Tamara a question. Cassie Sable. Is she a good person? Tamara? Does Tamara think she's a good person?
No. I know she's not. She's an older woman. I'm a younger man.
Okay.
And there was clearly I don't think our relationship was based on my intellectual maturity and worldwide wisdom, but I did feel something true and honest there from my side.
Yeah, but did she? Does Tamara think that she did too? I mean, this is Tamara.
Tamara thinks yes.
Yeah, okay.
The player thinks no.
So does Tamara think that she's naive, or...
Tamara thinks she's the most wonderful person in the world.
So she's loyal?
Circumstances and certain people have turned her against me.
Yeah.
That's his imaginings.
Okay, and actually my next question actually was going to be to Jake the player, but you've answered one of them, and it was, so Tassie Sable is not a good person. Is she a manipulator? Is she a...
100%.
Okay.
Homer is very naive.
Oh, okay, right, cool. So, Tomer's recollection of this woman is not necessarily accurate.
No.
Okay. So, Tomer, we're going to start with you. The last thing you remember is a maniac coming at you with a knife. And that's before you were struck from behind by somebody you hadn't noticed. And then everything has kind of been dark since then. And you are now find yourself somewhere dark. You seem to be almost floating. And you can hear the sound of water around you. And you are sinking downward. What is it that brings Toma back? What is it that that is it? I mean, I can imagine his thirst for vengeance, and perhaps it's the perhaps he's hearing or seeing his nemesis. Or is there something else that is?
No, I think it's quite definite that the object of his ire, of his obsession now, is like, no, I'm not letting him win. I am not done here. I am not done here until I make things right, until I get my revenge.
Excellent. And with that in mind, you pull yourself up out of the canal that you'd been dumped in. Ahead of you, you can see the building. It would have been completely dark, pitch black in this street, except for a fire, the remains of a fire burning in front of the house. You hear several gunshots, and perhaps you see flashes in the window or through the window as these gunshots go off.
And as that, I'm sensing the dread, knowing that my gang is about to die because I wasn't there to warn them that they've all been prepared, like that this place has been prepared. So I'm thinking, well, not only am I done for, but so is the rest of my crew, and isn't that kind of too bad? And the despair is growing.
Okay. So where does he head? What does he do?
I think he's going to look for Kelev.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm still hearing, he would be kind of trying to find where the crew are, to still try to warn them, or at least kind of let them know. But that's all over, so that's not going to happen in the storytelling. So whatever he would be doing, that's kind of what he would be trying unsuccessfully to do.
Okay.
And
so perhaps, are you making your way over towards the house in that regard? You'll be aware. You would be aware, I guess, at this of bells ringing.
Oh no.
The bells are ringing. Yeah. Certainly in this area of town, you know that it's the bells from Bellwether Crematorium, that somebody has died here. Somebody
from my crew, obviously.
I mean, quite likely. And that means that the spirit wardens will soon be on their way, that a crow will have been dispatched and will probably be circling overhead, getting in an ever-decreasing spiral until it finds the location, the dead body, and the spirit wardens can retrieve it and incinerate it before the ghost is released. You don't have much time.
Yeah. I guess Tomer would try to see if there's anybody from his crew that he could save from around there, or if it's a foregone conclusion. He's going to run back to the hiding place.
Okay.
The lair.
Oh, you're heading back, to the Growler's lair? Or to your...
I would have liked to head back to the Growlers to see
Absolutely.
if there's anybody that I could pull out of there and save, type of thing.
And perhaps you freeze momentarily when you see the two bodies on the street.
I owe Aggie because she pulled me out once.
Yeah.
We were looking for her doll, so I'm probably going to try to pull Aggie out.
Okay.
If I'm assuming that that's bad.
Yeah. Sure. So you're relieved to see that these two bodies are not anybody from your crew. Maybe one of them you recognize as the guy that was coming at you with the knife. So, win.
Wow. I don't remember doing that to these two guys. I must be better than I think.
So you enter the house. Now, we've got our little map of where things are currently. Tamer, you might want to move yourself nearer to the door.
Okay.
As you enter. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. WSD.
Yep, no, you're right.
There we go.
Okay. So we'll cut back then to Bang and Aggie. This lank-haired, knife-wielding maniac is in a heap on the floor, bleeding out profusely from the wound that Aggie has inflicted on him. Pretty much nearly removed his leg at the knee, and he's rolling around in pain, tears in his eyes, screaming out in pain. But the thing that's attracted your attention is this younger girl that's run out of a room, out of a bedroom ahead of you. And when she saw you, Bang, she yelled, "You! and pointed at you, and then the room suddenly got very cold. What are you doing? What's that?
Well, I've got my pistol out in it, I think. Oh no, my knife.
Yeah, you just.
I'm wondering if this isn't a flashback opportunity. Is there a family resemblance between the girl and Bang?
No.
No.
Yeah, she's the goth sister that we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Did you say my chain got pulled away from me, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It got dragged off of you, out of your hand, and thrown across the room. Nearer the girl, actually, now.
Now, I don't know if this is going to be a stretch, but does her shape and size, is it more distinguishable than the rest? Like, would I be able to think that she was to do with what I saw in the alleyways? Did they take the owner shape?
No. She's
Okay.
a lot smaller. You estimate she's probably around 15 or 16 years old.
Okay, but would this feeling of the temperature drop be similar?
Yes.
Okay. And so we're gonna draw. Wait, let's double check. Use that. So I'm gonna draw like probably would be carrying a blade of some sort.
Yeah?
So I went heavy. So
You did. I think everybody did.
so yeah, I'll draw my blade, point it at her, and just reiterate that Chain said to stand down.
Okay. Is he hurt?
I don't know.
She
I
looks
don't think so.
genuinely concerned.
I don't think so. He didn't
Did you
sound
hurt him?
I haven't been near him today.
Did she? And she's pointing at Aggie, who's standing there with a bloodied knife.
No.
I will do in a minute. What's your problem?
And her face contorts with rage. I'll kill you first!
You can try.
You're feeling this freezing temperature as well, by the way, Aggie.
You better come out here now. And I go up to her with the gun pointed at her.
No, move closer to the crazy lady.
I'm going to escort her into the main room.
Okay, yeah. So if I see that you're doing that, I will move with you. It's like, look, he's through there. He should be fine.
I go behind her with the gun. So right, go forward.
Yeah, she's gonna follow. So she follows or makes her way through into the main room with Aggie behind her. I take it Bang is also coming through.
Get my knife out.
And she sees Chains standing there, he's swaying slightly. And she looks kind of relieved. What's Aces up to?
Aces will have asked. Well, after he got Chains to declare, everyone stand down, he would have been like, where's all your loot?
He just gestures into the room behind him. It's in the safe, back here.
Great. And the combination?
He reels off a bunch of numbers.
Superb. Oscar, keep an eye on him whilst I relieve him of his treasures.
right. Now Oscar steps forward, brandishing his blunderbuss in Chain's face. Chains just stands there, not even noticing the gun almost.
And Aces will open the safe and plunder the loot.
Yeah, and it is exactly the combination is exactly what Chain said. You swiftly open the safe, and inside, there's some papers and a load of money. I mean, you're all aware as well of the bell ringing at this moment in time. Just to let you know.
Did we?
I will shout out to Aces. Aces, we've got to get out of here.
Yes, of course. One last thing, and I kind of just stand above Chains. And I am going to attempt to sway him here using a new ability that I have just acquired.
Oh, okay.
And I am going to make him forget that we were here.
Wow.
Look, he's drugged up. The police are coming. I know how this is gonna go, right? We can't trust that he's not gonna say anything right now. So,
Okay, so how does this ability work? What can you tell everyone?
So
What this is?
Aces has a hypnotic ability where he can convince someone almost to forget everything, a series of events, until the next time they meet.
Okay. So Chains will be convinced.
So yes. And until he sees us again, he won't realize that we were even here.
Okay, and you do this, and it all goes off swimmingly. And you're fairly confident. I mean, he's pretty much out of it anyway with the trans powder. You're fairly certain that this is gonna kick off exactly as you say. As
He
you
does
leave
use
the
a little
room.
pocket watch to do it as well. Just
Oh,
to add.
okay.
Little sidekick shit.
All right. But when you leave that room, that's when you see Aggie pointing a gun at this young girl. Oh, a knife at this young girl.
Who is she?
We don't know. Oh, she was concerned about Chains.
We haven't got time. The bells are ringing. Bring her with us.
Why?
She's seen too much. We can let her go once we know everything's calmed down again. You're muted.
Okay, come on then, move it. And I'm pushing it along with my knife.
And
Why
by
has it
let
got
her
cold?
go,
Tamer, you enter the room at this point, and you're relieved to see your companions appear to be intact.
guys, it's a trap. They know you're coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've dealt with it.
Yes.
Jeez.
Kalev rushes up to you and stands on his back legs, his paws on your chest, and licking your face.
We
I
haven't
think I
got
took
time.
care of the two outside at least.
Oh.
I don't think you did.
We haven't got time for this. The bells are ringing. The blue coats won't be far. We need to
It's
leave.
the kid. It's the kid. She's the one.
She's
The
the one
one
that
what?
barked.
What?
She was there at the other place.
Great, we're
Remember?
bringing her with us. We need to go.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go out the back.
There's only one way in. There wasn't a back door.
Oh, my other character has a sledgehammer.
Yeah, you could make one. Anyway, you exit the building.
We really don't.
I
think this-
poke the girl in
Yeah.
the back and make her walk with us.
Okay. She'll go with you.
Hurry up. God's sake.
What did you take from the safe, Aces?
I would have took mainly money,
Yep.
and one or two deeds for premises in territory?
I mean, there are papers there. Whether you'd have had a
so
chance to search through them to find deeds, I don't know. But
they could be deeds. They look like deeds.
Yeah, papers. All right. Yeah, I just wondered what you would
That
think.
wink, mate, nudge, nudge.
Just anything that would obviously have had value, he would have grabbed. So anything that, anything in the safe, basically, everything in the safe, he would have 100% grabbed because if you put it in a safe, it's valuable.
Yes. Okay. That's cool. And you exit the establishment.
Is the girl just coming freely?
Oh no, Aggie's forcing her.
Yeah, she's got a knife. She's just a kid.
I don't think she's just a kid.
Yeah. She doesn't seem too worried. And then we exit the score, and we're done with the score, thank God. So we quickly deal with the downtime. There was a lot of stress and aggro that got
Wow.
dealt out there, wasn't there? So
Yeah.
let's go through this then. So you're going to get to reputation regardless of this operation. You've basically knackered up the growlers quite considerably.
Nice.
That's going to give you 2 rep at least. They weren't a higher tier target. They won't give you any bonuses, but they weren't lower. Was this a quiet operation? Probably not.
I think he was reasonably quiet apart from the shooting and the flames
I feel like if you trigger the bells, it's definitely not quiet.
No, that's right. Well, then you pay for that in heat. Generally.
But
I'm going to give you an extra point of rep for that.
Throwing Molotov cocktails are not.
It's not quiet.
True enough. So we'll assign that reputation. Coin. You've raided the safe of this this gang. I suppose the thing is, know that they've got money, or he's had money from somewhere, because he paid off that debt for that baker. So they've got some cash. So I think 6 coin is reasonable. I don't know where you're going to put it all, but you've got 6 coin.
I'm gonna blow it.
Yeah. In terms of heat, was this loud and chaotic, high exposure, or was it a bit?
No, I don't think it was. I think it was a bit chaotic. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, no, I don't think it is.
Yeah, definitely chaos. But
Does anybody disagree with that?
No.
I
don't think there's anything we can say to disagree with it being chaotic.
Oh,
I think I don't think.
You think it was loud and chaotic?
I think it was. But I think it was contained to the building. So.
I mean, it started outside.
There was
street.
people shot in the street.
Okay.
It's definitely loud and chaotic.
You think loud and chaotic? Okay. Well, that's going to give you 4 heat.
It's a challenge for us to see what we could make more loud and chaotic, so that we could say that this was quiet in retrospect.
Look, you're bravos. You're meant to be loud and chaotic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. So now there were deaths, were there not?
There was 1 or 2, I believe. Maybe 4.
They got
Yeah, it was on hostile turf. That automatically adds 1 heat.
Oh.
And there were deaths. That automatically adds 2 heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going great.
Are we going to get a wanted level again?
Another wanted level would be cool, wouldn't it? I'm going to assign heat there, so we're now at wanted level 2.
What does that actually mean? Anything yet?
It influences the entanglement roll that comes
Okay.
up in a moment. Nobody's going to want to go to prison yet, right?
No.
No.
Okay. You're at wanted level 2. They're going to make the entanglement roll here. Oh, that is absolutely.
Wait. What?
Right. So we got two things that have come up here.
Oh no.
One is rivals, which means a neutral faction throws their weight around and they threaten you, a friend or contact, or one of your vice purveyors, forfeit 1 rep per the tier of the rival, or stand up to them and lose 1 status with them. Or the other option is the Unquiet Dead. A rogue spirit is drawn to you. Perhaps it's a past victim. Acquire the services of a Whisper or Railjack to attempt to destroy or banish it, or deal with it yourself.
That sounds very interesting.
I feel like because we got 6 coins, we could just take the rival and pay the coin.
I mean, yeah. Anybody? What is that? What's the feeling here, folks? Which would you
I kind of think the other one, but
the Unquiet Dead?
yeah, just because it's cool.
Okay.
Then it
Did
could
we-
be very interesting.
Did we do Crew XP, by the way?
No.
No. No, we didn't. We could do that in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the sound of Unquiet Dead.
I like the sound of Unquiet Dead, but I don't want an Unquiet Dead. Like, it sounds interesting, but I don't think it's good for us right now.
Eh.
We're at war with a faction. We don't need more.
I mean, we've just
I
destroyed
think
the faction, so you know.
I think Unquiet Dead is going to be appropriate. I'm not going to say why, because I mean it's not obvious, is it?
We did kill people.
You know what? Having Unquiet Dead after us probably means that other people will leave us alone because they don't want to get entangled or mixed up in that, right?
Okay, it seems like the party want Unquiet Dead, so I'm inclined to go with the fun.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it interesting.
Okay, so downtime activities, folks. Now this is a weird one. Are we still at war?
I don't feel we should be, considering we wiped them out.
Well, it
Muted damage.
depends.
I just said we got them, so no.
I mean, for me,
Yep.
technicality, because you told Chains to forget. How much did he forget? Did he forget we were at war, or did he just forget that we busted up his place?
Oh, good point.
Yes, he would still believe that we're at war, but has somehow lost all of his crew. And money. And building.
And
And is
child.
now probably arrested. I feel
I don't
like that's
think-
pretty much
I
ending the
think-
war.
I think that you're right. I mean, the weird thing you've got here, I suppose, is the fact that the Spirit Wardens, the Bluecoats, who are ever going to turn up, there's all these people dead, and there's a guy there who's not able to tell them what happened.
Yeah. Who's possibly insane or on drugs. And I
mean,
feel
yeah, maybe.
and I feel like they would arrest him
So
regardless. So he's out of the picture.
I mean, it
We
depends.
may
'cause if-
temporarily not be at war now. Because if he's arrested, there can't be a war, especially because we've killed all his gang. No one's coming back for him, sort of
I mean,
thing.
yeah, it's
So
definitely
until
going
he
into
gets
question.
out, we are probably at peace. And then he's going to, once he gets out, he's probably going to come at us to find out what on earth went on.
Okay, I think maybe we'll go with that. But yeah, because I think it could be interesting. So you're no longer at war. So you have your 2 free downtime actions, people. What is it that you're wanting to do?
Do you want to do crew experience just before that?
Shall we do crew experience just before that?
I'm
can
only.
see it.
I'm just saying because we are
You're hoping that it.
too experienced off leveling the crew.
Oh, okay.
See if we can do
Right.
it.
So I guess the question is, did you execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab operation?
Yes.
I mean, Yeah, but
All right.
is this just for the session or for?
This would have been at the end of last week's session,
Last session.
which we did
And it was pretty
successfully.
much successful,
Yeah.
wasn't it? So go on then, put a tick in the box then.
Ooh, there's
Did you
tick.
contend with challenges above your current station? I don't think so.
Are they at the same station as us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no.
knocked them down when you stole their betting office.
Yeah.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
Is wanted level of reputation?
I think you could argue that. That.
I mean, we're definitely going to be talked about, I think.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be a thing now.
Yeah.
So give yourself a point for that then, I guess. And that fills that.
That's
block.
a full.
So you get.
Our reputation could have been loads better if he remembered that we destroyed him.
So
Yes,
well,
but
he's
then
not gonna be able to
they
tell
would have come
anybody
right
about
out
it.
of that.
Yeah. You've got. You've got another crew upgrade there that you can spend at some point.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you might want to think about that before we go and choose what we're going to have. Actually, what I did want to know is where the reputation of this crew lies. Oh, so close! You just got one more rep to get before you can level up your tier or go up a tier. You'll need cash for that, by the way.
Nice.
But
Last
that's
crew
fine.
XP.
yes. What was the last one?
Express
Last
the
crew
goals,
XP.
drives,
express the
inner
goals and
conflict.
drives. Yeah, and inner conflict. And
Yeah.
essential nature.
Yeah, I think we did that. Yeah.
I definitely think we express the essential nature of our crew.
Yes. More than once.
No, just I'd
I
say
mean,
that.
did we have any?
It was the one time throughout.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I mean, you guys are doing yourselves out of the XP. But yeah, just one tick then.
One tick.
One tick.
So we get a new ability for our crew as well.
And you will do. Yeah.
Crew. Crew upgrade. There we go.
Yeah.
Are you wanting the vault? Is that what you're after?
I would circle back to the vault because, like I said, we are full at the crew coinage. We've got 6 incoming. I've only got space for 3. Like, unless we can all accommodate it.
I mean, I think we probably would be able.
I've got space for 2.
That's
And whatever. Let's move on.
well. I mean, it's 1 each, and then 2 in the pot for if anyone's reducing heat or getting anything for the crew.
Well, should we
we did
do
last time.
individuals and then we'll finish with the crew ability at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have time. Yeah, and if not, we'll do it off stream. The crew ability. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's have your downtime actions then, peoples.
I mean, you can't reduce the wanted level. Yeah.
You can't reduce a wanted level. You can reduce heat, but you haven't got any heat. You hit the next wanted level bang on. Well done.
Come on, open.
Right, so we're doing downtime, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So that's
Reducing stress by indulging your vice or getting healed or whatever.
well, I'm going to definitely be reducing my.
Okay, so you got to indulge vice, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to indulge my vice, and then heal probably because I have a cracked rib.
So, what happens again if you you roll a dice over your stress?
No,
You overindulge, and then you disappear.
Okay.
You went on a
well-
drug trip last time, if you remember.
So I just roll the dice.
Well, who's going first?
We'll go down the list. Bangs first.
Bangs first.
All right, bang, bang. You have elected to train both times.
Yeah, I don't really know what else we can do.
Okay, that's all right.
So I
mean,
think
if you're injured, you can recover. Remember,
it's
Yeah,
a burn wrist. That's all
it's
I've got.
still minus. It's still going to take an effect. It's going to have reduce the effect if you're using your hand.
I want to train on insight.
Insight. Okay, you don't
Yeah.
have insight train, do you? So it's going to be one. You get to tick one of those boxes in insight. That will do your train for you.
There we go.
Yep.
And then recover. What gotta do? Roll it down.
Recover.
But we have the healer as well, though.
You-
That gives a
you
plus
do.
1.
Yeah.
So you get a bonus. Yeah, it's fortune, effectively. One.
Okay, so again, we get the bonus die from the healer, so it's just rolling 2 dice, yeah?
Okay. Right, so what you would do there, with a mixed success, you get to clear 2 segments of your healing. You can spend a coin to increase the effect, which would give you full success, which will be 3 of the healing clock. You can spend 2 coin and increase it twice, and that would clear it.
Where's the healing clock?
It's on your character sheet. Should be to the right, I think.
Under progression.
Yeah.
I have healing, but no clock.
It's the little circle to the right of the healing.
Yeah, no
You just see
circle.
us. Oh, here. See these?
You're on
So when he
progression.
said,
Do you not see that?
when I looked at it now, I've got like cracked rib, but the little circle next to healing is completely blank.
Yeah, so
Yes.
you've got nothing on the clock.
Right.
Okay.
No,
So
I
we-
don't have any.
So if you click on the progression tab on your character sheet,
Yeah.
where it says healing, and it says heal during downtime, reduce harm, there's a little clock. You just tick one of them, haven't you? Oh, somebody else says then.
I've clicked in that space,
Good.
but
Oh,
I can't
okay.
actually. I
Oh,
can't
you
actually
can't see
see
it?
the clock.
Oh, this might be an issue with your browser, perhaps then.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Yeah, it works for me. But
Yeah.
That's all good. Yeah. It's 4.
At the moment, you've got 2 segments out of 4 cleared on that.
Okay. I'll just leave it as that. For now.
It's not cleared. It's when you fill in 2 segments. When you fill in 4, then you can reduce.
Yeah, then you get rid of the harm. At the moment, you still have the harm.
Oh, so it's blank, and then when you heal, you heal
fill
one,
in the
fill in the segment. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when it's fully filled, then
I
you
did it the
load
other way
it.
around if you were injured. And every time you go, yeah, I did it the opposite way around. But
Right. So I think that's bang done. Unless you want to spend a coin to do another action.
No, I think that'll be it. For
Okay. Who's up next?
aces.
Aces.
Yeah, it would be me.
Aces, you're going to indulge your vice, which means visiting your vice purveyor, does it not?
It does, yeah.
Okay. You're going to go and see Master Vreen at the
I
hound
am
race.
going to go and see Mr. Vreen.
Before you go there,
Uh-oh.
did you look at any of the papers?
Aces definitely would have gone through everything that was looted.
Okay. So, you have found amongst all these papers, some notes. And one of them catches your attention because it is signed in handwriting that you recognize. And that handwriting is Master Vreen.
What does the note say?
The note is kind of a cryptic thing. And it's kind of a strange thing to have put in the safe. But it's basically payment will be in the usual place. Do exactly as we discussed. And there's another note, which is kind of in the same handwriting that you kind of flick through. And it just says, "Great job. Payment in the usual place."
Huh. And that's all I get.
There's no dates or anything on any of these things.
That's convenient you say that. I had the same thought too a moment ago. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, I feel Aces would confront Master Vreen on this.
Okay. So as you head to your vice purveyor to indulge your vice, you head up to his office above the racing track.
Yep. The notes would be inside his pocket.
Sure. You just knock on the door and enter, or are you?
Oh, I don't know. I just just stride in.
I'm here.
Hello. Yeah.
Okay, so you enter into the office. Vreen is kind of sat at his desk, smoking away on a roll-up. He's a surprise. Oh. Aces.
What a pleasant day.
It is. Are you here for your usual?
Oh,
you want a good tip?
Oh, yes, I have a bag full of cash ready to go.
Well, that is wonderful news.
Just a bit of business before I do, though, if you don't mind.
Oh. Well. It's getting late.
That's fine. I have nowhere else to be.
He pours 2 glasses of whiskey. A drink first.
Yes. And he'll take it and just swirl it around whilst looking at it.
Yeah.
You'll never guess who I had a long conversation with today.
You know what? You're right. Not much gets past you.
Chains. Chains, yes. You're a beefy fellow, causing trouble, running a little gang down the way.
I have no... I can't recall. Is he a friend of yours?
No, not really, no, but he did tell me he was a friend of yours.
Did he?
Yes.
He must have been pulling your leg. Perhaps he's a client. I don't know.
No, he specifically said he's your friend and he has a business arrangement with you. And then we went into the details of the business arrangement, and I have to admit, I am very surprised, Vreen. Did you think I wouldn't know? Did you think I wouldn't find out?
Look, you're being a little bit cryptic here, Aces. I don't know.
Well, let me give you a hint, and I'm going to say this only once, Vreen. If I don't hear what I want to hear, trouble happens. Bakeries set alight, hideouts burn, pubs explode, if you know what I mean. And I will take out the slips and throw them onto the desk. I suggest you think very carefully, because if what you say does not match up to what Chains told me, I'm not going to be happy.
He glances down at these notes. So I had a little business deal with him. So what? I have business deals with lots of people.
And you thought I wouldn't mind about these ones with Chains?
Blowing things out of proportion. Look, I have to keep a lot of people happy. I got investors. It's complicated.
Well, why don't you run me down, just so I know we're all on the same page? Because Chains says he did certain jobs for you, which I am a bit concerned about. So why don't you tell me what he would have told me? Just so I know you're not stabbing me in the back again.
I would never stab you in the back, Aces. You're one of my best patrons. Why would I?
And here we are, talking about you funding a person who tried to kill me not so long ago. Do you know he used that very money that you gave him to push his way into my territory? To remove my clientele from my ledgers? How do you think that makes me feel?
Well, business is business, isn't it, Aces? You of all people should know that.
I had to use a very strong, influential powder on Chains to get everything out of him. I will do the same with you, Vreen, if you don't start singing like a cockatoo.
Okay. All I can tell you is I've got a deal going. I've got a deal going with some powerful people. And it's... Look, I don't want you dragging it. You're a good patron. I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
And what is that meant to mean?
These people that I'm working with, they've got a bit of influence.
You should know that Chains is currently in the hands of the Bluecoats, and I don't believe he's going to be getting out any time soon.
Well, that's a win for both of us then, right?
It should have only been a win for me. But you see, these papers would have been found by the Bluecoats. Who do you think they would have come knocking to about a gang war and a burnt-out premises? I thought you weren't as sloppy as this, Vreen. You think if I don't recognize that handwriting, no one else will?
It's just paper. It's just paper. What
Paper,
what do you think? What do you think the Bluecoats would have done? Look, I've got a deal going, and maybe I can cut you in on it at some point. But it involves some powerful people, like that Rasmus Darva. All right, that name ring a bell?
Vaguely.
Right. Well, he's from Severus, right? He's got money. He got a bit of influence. They say he knows people in the city. Powerful people. But I've got a deal going down, and I can't afford for you or Chains or anyone else to fuck it up. You understand? So how much do you want? That's what it's about, right?
I suppose. How much is my silence worth in this matter?
How about you name your price and I'll decide whether or not it's worth it.
Here's what I want. I want my bookies, my little market stall down there on the grand race course. I want that to be the go-to. I want that to be the officially recognized trader. That's what I want. I want sponsorship. I want my name on every banner that's down there. And I want you to tell people to go to me. All your clients, all your friends, all the ones with the big money, I want them in my pocket too. I feel that's more than fair, given the circumstances. And we'll say no more.
Look, it's not just up to me, but I'll see what I can do. That's the best I can offer right now.
Oh, well, the best I can offer is then I will try and keep quiet. And he grabs the papers and puts them back in his pocket. Let's do hope we both are successful. I'd hate for us both to fail.
Look, whatever happens here, it's going to be beneficial for all of us. All right?
Oh, I'm sure it will. Now, whilst you mull things over, if you don't mind, I've got a heavy bag of coin and a few bets I'd like to place. Do keep in touch, Vreen.
Okay. And you go and indulge your vice, so let's do that.
So I click the roll button.
Yeah.
I go wrong, right?
You can click that down top.
Oh.
There you go. You clear 2 stress. Now, you've got 2 actions, remember? You've chosen to indulge your vice and recover. You can spend
I am
a coin to do.
I am thinking I would like to spend a coin to try and get more stress because I've got 6 stress, so I feel like
you can't lose.
I can't lose, and that's the best time to gamble,
isn't it? Just remember, the house always.
I mean, aces would disagree.
So yeah, you can try that again if you wish.
Okay.
Oh, the house is going to pay out this time. It's just how much.
Okay, I will indulge my vice a second time.
A second. Oh, 3 stress.
better.
Not bad. You're down to
better.
3. That's
much
cool.
better. Yep.
Just remember to remove a coin from your stash.
I
Or not
has
stash, from
indeed. Yep. From my purse.
You do.
Yes, and then
you
I
want
will
to
recover.
So you get to do the fortune. Yeah.
Do I still getting a plus dice from a good doctor?
Yes,
now?
you're gonna get. Yep. You get yourself a bonus.
Ooh.
That will clear 2 segments on your healing clock.
Nice. That's me done then.
You're done. Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Tamer, what would you like to do? You want to
Oh,
train.
very easy for me. I'm stress-free because of my newly developed trauma,
For
which is
reasons.
reckless. Because I know how to play the game good, so I start off with 0 stress.
There you go. Yeah.
Definitely, I am going to take a training in insight. I will add that.
Okay.
Check that. And you know what? Conway deserves some of my attention. I think probably when I was knocked out, Conway was the person who I'm developing as my long-term project. Correct?
Well, I think you were trying to create some kind of network in the blue coats, weren't you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Is
not
there-
Conway. The replacement to Conway, because
Yeah,
Conway's on his
Conway-
way out. Right.
Conway
So,
is yeah.
Yes. So let me see where I thought I had a.
You do. Have a,
I did. Maybe it was because of
Oh.
my. Yes.
Yeah, there's
Because
a
of,
clock, wasn't there? Yeah.
yeah, there was. Sorry, that's what I was looking out for.
Yeah. Just check. Were you?
Now, for the long-term project, is it a dice roll or is it automatic?
I think it was you had to describe what it was you were doing, and then you would be able to choose an ability that you were using to roll.
Right. Well, I think I'm probably playing a bit of a, a game of double agent. So
Okay.
as I was knocked out last, the Bluecoats again got me, and I was able to have alone time with this agent there as they interrogated me again. And so that would be the how I was doing it, and I'm thinking that it would have to be a sway.
Okay.
Or is it? Yeah, I believe sway is probably the proper. And again, Devil's Bargain to add to the dice. Sorry.
Sorry. We can the Devil's Bargain. Devil's Bargain in this instance, I think.
I think the crew knew that again I was apprehended by the Bluecoats and come back unscathed for the second time.
I mean, that could cause you quite a few problems.
But I'm kind of keen to know what you had in mind.
I'm thinking that while you're negotiating with these blue coats, you're going to be recognized by one of the other blue coats that was on the scene at the auction. And he or she is going to pass that information on, which is further going to incriminate Conway. And that's going to tick another box on the Conway is uncovered.
Okay, normally I don't like to gain benefit from things that hurt the party in general. I
Okay.
prefer taking that burden on my own. But I feel that this game is such that, yes, I will take a one more.
Okay.
Yes, that Conway. And, I could roll a 1 and things could go horribly wrong too. But I accept your Devil's Bargain.
Okay.
Because at this point, they still won't know maybe that it was because of me. I don't like what I'm turning into.
Okay. So yeah, you get to make a roll.
All right. Did that work? Oh, it seems that when I do that, it takes away a die, but... Oh, it just says D. Okay, understood. All right, so
okay.
Without further ado, I will attempt the sway. Let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. Oh, but I have to now, choose. There we go.
Oh,
That
you
looks
worry?
better.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm learning. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay.
And that will fill in 3 segments on that clock.
Wow. I think that's the first 6 I rolled in 3 games.
Not bad.
That was downtime well spent. Thank you.
Was. Do for that. Way is. So 4 segments on that clock checked. And I guess you're done then, and we're over to Aggie.
Yeah, sorry, I had to mute because of you.
I know.
Well, I'm going to indulge my vice, so I am going to go and visit.
Is it Vey Micta?
Yes, I'm going to go and see if he's got anything particular on his stall. To see.
I mean, your vice is luxury. You just like to go and spend money
Yes.
and buy nice things. Okay.
I'm going to see if there's anything I can buy for my flat.
Okay.
So, do I tick it and then roll?
I think there's going to be a fortune roll for this, to be honest, but it's just whether you find anything in particular. In fact, no, we don't have to roll at all. Do you find anything interesting, or are you after something in particular, like?
No, I'm just after something that's reminiscent of my old house, or stuff like that.
Okay.
So I just do I press a little dice?
No. Oh yes, go on then. Let's indulge that vice. You have cleared 2 stress.
Oh.
Puts you down to 4, which is dangerous territory, but you can spend a coin to have another go if you wish. Or you can leave it there.
I will leave it at that.
Okay. Not a gambler.
No. And I'm going to recover.
Aces disapproves.
I'm going to recover, but I've actually clicked a part of my healing.
Oh, don't worry, because you'll get at least one anyway if you make the roll. So.
No, but I've already clicked one because I have Vigorous, which recovers from harm faster. Permanently fill one of your healing clock segments.
Wow.
Take +1d to healing treatment rolls.
Oh, that's even better. You get to roll 3 dice.
So because
let's.
I've got a cracked rib and an injured arm. So
yes, you're in a mess.
So I get to add. So I get 3, do I then?
You do.
Okay. Critical
Oh,
success.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ!
Oh my god! I will never get that again, ever. Oh my god!
Wow.
That is your strength if you're rolling an original AD&D fighter character.
There you go.
Wow! Am I cured?
She's cured. She's over curing. She now has an aura that heals people.
So,
Wow! Does that fill my clock?
It fills the clock.
The
Just about.
Why do we get all the best rolls on this bit? Like when we're actually fighting and shit.
So,
I'm just glad I didn't use that roll to do clear stress.
yeah.
Oh god,
that
yeah.
could have been interesting.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so that will do is
Whoa.
yeah, I can't quite remember off the top of my head whether you clear the lowest one, that's completely gone. But then you'd have to do another roll for the other injury.
I mean,
Or whether you can just reduce the level 2 to a level 1 and have.
I think it would clear all of them with 3/6.
I mean, I feel like they haven't written rules for 360s because they clearly thought it was impossible, and I feel like there should be an extra bit here.
I'm cured.
yeah, it's like a double critical success or something.
Yeah.
3/6 on this game is like.
It sounds like player rebellion, doesn't it? It sounds like player rebellion. I can't argue with you because I'm not allowed according to the rules.
I
So,
feel like it's a amazing critical success. It needs
Is
an
it?
extra
You know what?
tier.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, first time this has happened in the entire campaign.
I
It'll
know,
never
it's the-
happen
I mean,
again.
it-
Like,
yeah,
it's
no.
never happen
It's the
again.
only time anybody's managed to roll a 6. Let alone
A double 6 for
Three
sure.
of them.
three. And
Oh,
I think,
I am cured.
yeah, and I think that is downtime finished. So I think we can now take a break and come back into free play.
Free
If
play?
that is
Oh.
all
Nice.
right.
Yeah.
Do we just want to
Somebody-
quickly divvy up the coins? Because we said 1 each and there's still 2 left to be sorted.
Yeah, who's going to
I'll
take
hold
them?
them.
Aggie's the banker.
No, I don't know. I've only got 1 slot left anyway, so
Yeah, I've got 1 slot after we take the 1 each.
I have 0 after that.
I mean, if we take the vault, then we can just put the 2 in the crew.
I think we need to.
Do it.
okay, do that then.
Yeah. And then we'd have to.
Then
Yeah.
we don't have to deal with that. Okay, so we're taking the vault, and so the 2 extra will go into the vault.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Cool.
Quick break.
Right, we'll go for a break.
Back to it then. Okay, so Aces.
Yes.
After you left Breen's hound racing emporium, at the racetrack,
Yes.
yeah, you're feeling something is troubling you. Aces does have the ability to know when people are lying to him,
I do.
and you felt that part of that conversation that you had with Vreen, he was not being honest. I say at least part of the conversation.
Ace is having had his bets to kind of play it cool. Once he's finished, he's going to head to the prison.
Oh, okay, going over to Iron Hook.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll let you wander over to Iron Hook, and while you're making your way across, has anybody else got anything that they would like to do with their free time? You still have this young girl, by the way.
I know, I have no idea what we're doing with her. This wasn't my idea.
Oh yeah, forgot about her.
I've just left her with everyone.
Yeah, you do these things, but don't actually think of any further. Aces, it's just...
You have a vault now in your
We're not putting the girl in.
Put her in the vault. Put her in the vault.
yeah, if you read the actual description of the
Oh my
vault,
god.
it does say that part of it can be used as a cell.
Mm,
Holding cell. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look her up.
No, this just sounds really mean. What we gonna do? What
If
we
we
gonna do
don't
with
lock
her?
her up, she's just gonna run away.
Just don't give her a name. If you give her a name, you're going to want to keep her.
Aces wanted her, and Aces wanted her for questioning, and now he's gone out, so we'll lock her up because I'm not babysitting her. I'm going out.
You're
Bang.
going out. Where are you going?
Going out. Oh.
I'm not babysitting this thing. I've got things to do, people to see.
Well, yeah, but I mean, can't just kidnap people. I didn't realise we were.
Well, he
into this
did.
whole thing of kidnap-
Well, we didn't actually kidnap her. We said we pointed a knife at her and told her she had to come with us, and she walked with us.
Feel that's
Kidnapping would mean, kidnapping would be that we put a bag on her head and carried her out, but she actually walked out.
That's no, that's
I mean,
not a thing.
We still have
Nice
stolen a child.
Yeah.
I don't think that's in the definition of kidnapping. Is the use of a bag?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe in Cruella de Vil, but not necessarily in standard kidnapping.
Well, she came with us anyway, and I'm not looking after her. I'm going out, so let's just shove her in the vault until Lacey's comes back and he can sort it out.
Oh, hang on. I may not have Ace's abilities to tell when somebody is lying, but I believe there's a lot to say about somebody with the way they treat animals. So, how does this young lady react to Tomer? Sorry, not to Tomer.
Kalev.
Kelev. As Kelev goes around and
Oh,
either
actually, that's a
sees her
really good
or
question. Let's.
checks her.
Yeah. Now,
What
I
kind of
think-
person is she?
she is fine around Kalev. The question, well, it's not the question, but Kalev, not so keen on her.
Ooh.
Okay,
Hmm.
then
He stays
makes-
away from her. When you're kind of in the room with her, Kalev, you notice, is kind of behind your legs, peeping out a little bit. Looks a little bit disquieted.
If it helps, before Aces would have left for his vice, he probably would have said, put her in the
In the vault.
the cell
Yeah.
yeah.
until I get back, sort of thing.
And it would be anything that comes from this is on you.
I'm going to put on a little charm that I have
Okay.
and just casually walk around the room, and I'd like to know, does the little girl purposely seem like she's avoiding me? It's an item that I have in my playbook. It's a Spirit Bane charm, and it's a small arcane trinket that ghosts prefer to avoid.
Yeah, no, she's not bothered by that at all. She's kind of watching you. She's kind of keeping an eye on you as you're kind of wandering around. She's got quite a sad face. But that just seems to be her expression. It's not that she is sad, because if you engage her in conversation, she kind of speaks to you, depending on what you're asking.
Does
Bang,
she
do
look?
you interact with her at all, Bang? Or are you having nothing to do with this?
No, I wouldn't say at first. Like, I would just let them put her in the vault or whatever, and then it would probably be a little bit later on after seeing Toma and Kalev react with her.
Yeah.
I think eventually I would, because she's a little creepy.
She is. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, she's seems to be studying you then. Tomer,
Oh,
if you're the one that's in the room, you kind of get this feeling that she's seeming to try and suss you out.
I'll engage her in conversation, and
Okay.
I'll say, I'm from Severos. That's why I have this complexion, and I look a little different than everybody else here. Have you ever been to Severos? Have you traveled?
No, I've lived my entire life in the city.
Ah,
Why did you come here?
Severos was getting a little small for me.
And yet you come to a city much smaller, I imagine, than Severos.
To be more honest, the amount of places that I would be able to successfully hide from certain people in Severos was getting fewer and fewer, and I was forced to flee.
Oh, you're a criminal there too.
Well, of course, professional, a damn good one at that.
Why didn't you kill him?
Because I really like Bang. She's a nice person, and she does great things. So, I think the more happiness she has in her life, the more successful she'll be at giving me the things that I want.
I mean, what's Bang got to do with him?
Oh, give it a few years. You'll understand. You're still a little young yet.
Oh,
You
she
know,
laughed.
you're on the other
You-
side of the bars. You're not supposed to be interrogating me. Just to explain
You-
how this works.
You thought I meant chains. You thought I meant chains, didn't you?
Oh, so you do know. So,
No, I'm
Lord.
talking about the other man.
a very dark cloud comes over my face. Of course I'm going to kill him. You know I'm going to kill him. And now I've just drained all the friendliness out of me.
Yeah. But why haven't you killed him already? If it means that much to you.
Oh, this has to be special. It has to be purposeful. He has to know. It can't be easy.
You want him to suffer.
I want him to know everything before he dies. And I want him to know what I will succeed at, where he failed. I want him to know that I took away everything from him. And in
Like
the end,
he did for
took
you.
away nothing from me.
Oh, but he took everything from you, didn't he? Everything.
Temporarily.
Oh, you think you'll get her back? I mean, that's
It's
kind of
already
funny.
in the works.
Yeah. Kind of.
When she finds out he sold all her jewelry at auction, he's mismanaging her investments here. Won't she take kindly to the old flame who exposed that truth to her?
And murders her fiance.
Eventually, he's going to murder her too. And I will prove that. He's just after her money.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's definitely a dark side to him.
She's much better off with me. So, what else do you know of what he's doing in the city? Perhaps you want him dead also?
I don't want to talk about him. I want to talk about you.
I'm a very uncomplicated person. I don't think there's anything more to talk about me.
Oh, I don't know. What's with the dog? The bond with the dog, the connection you have with that. What's that all about?
I'm curious to know, what is it about the dog? No, what is it about you that the dog doesn't like? I've come to know Kelev as a very good judge of character.
Animals don't like me. Never have.
Why is that?
I frighten them.
Are you a frightening person?
Don't you think I'm a frightening person?
I think it's curious. What are you doing hanging around with chains?
He helped me out of a bad situation. I owe him.
So you're also a criminal.
I don't know if I'd call myself a criminal. I'm still a minor, I guess.
Ah, well, there's that. What would you do if your debt to him was erased?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Would you like your debt to him to be erased? Aces could manage that for you. Aces does a lot of favors for his friends.
Am I his friend?
Oh, you could be. I think you're in a unique position to make a much better friendship with Aces than you ever could have with Chains. See, Aces knows how to make friends because of mutual gain and benefit, whereas Chains had you owe him.
And yet, burning somebody alive doesn't seem like a very friendly act to me. Bang doesn't think so.
That wasn't all Ace's. You could say the act was reckless, but not.
Oh, I know you lit the match. I know you poured the petrol.
How did you know all that? You weren't there.
She smiles. I just know things.
Do you see things? Do you see things that other people can't see unless they would otherwise be at that place at that time?
She steps closer to the bars.
I step back.
I do frighten you, don't I?
That's not such a bad trait to have. Some would find that quite useful. I think Aces would.
Been useful for me my whole life.
So, you're saying it's a gift? You possess a gift rather than talent. Or is it a talent and not a gift?
Maybe it's both. What are Aggie and Bang up to while this is going on? Anything? Nothing?
Are we in earshot? Would the photo have
You
been?
tell me. I mean, you know that Tamara is in there talking to her. Are you listening at the door or outside the doorway?
It depends on are we thinking how a vault is a vault, or is it just a safe space, a locked up space, not like a vault with a proper like metal door?
No, we're having bars.
I think the implication is that there is a locked door.
Yeah, we're
type
having
situation.
a
big solid. I don't know whether it's metal or.
No, I want metal bars. I want a proper
okay.
with a
That's
bed
what it is
in.
then.
We're gangsters. We're gonna kidnap people with bags
So
on our
like
head.
at the auction house, that kind of deal where it's got a metal gate. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, okay. Let's say yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I would have gone into the workshop, so I don't know how much I would have heard. But I mean, I'm trying to gauge how much we actually know about ghosts. I think whether
everybody knows that they exist.
I'm just
Most
trying to figure
people
out
will
like
have seen them.
so Bang would have made a connection.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay, so I would have gone to my workshop to make what's called Quicksilver.
Okay.
That thing, even.
And this is something used to harm ghosts?
No, the user's mind opens further to the ghost field.
Okay.
So, is that meaning you can see them?
I mean, everybody can see the ghost field anyway. It's just there are certain people that are better attuned to it and can like manipulate and control ghosts that move within the ghost field. Can move within it themselves in case.
Okay, that might be.
But I mean, in what's the deal? Is Bang thinking that there is a ghost here? Is that what she's thinking?
Well, it's more of the same cold energy was felt when the girl entered the room. That's why she's not stuck with the girl.
Yeah,
and because she singled me out, but whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just
that's
trying
something I
to
should mention as well is that you haven't felt that cold since you left that room.
Okay.
You haven't felt that, but
So it's not cold here then. It's not
no.
like the. All right.
not
So,
at the moment.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was thinking. Like I would stay away, and then in my mind, I was thinking, like, Bang would take this, open it up, go back in, it would, in theory, tense the whole situation.
Okay. I mean, that might actually work. That might actually work, yeah.
Don't really know, because it says you take a +1d to attune roll upon use. I suffer a level 2 harm.
Ow.
So yeah, well, it says suffer a level 2 harm zoned out, or the user may take woozy level 1 harm. I don't understand what that means.
No.
Is that if I force somebody else to take it, they get zoned out, but if I take it, I lose?
I haven't got it in front of me. I'm going to go yes.
Okay. But yeah, that's my line of thought. I don't know how well this is going to work out, but yeah, it's basically...
No, I like it. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Make of that what you will. So Aggie, what are you? Is she doing? Is Aggie doing anything, or is she?
I was just going out.
Oh, okay. So you've gone. Okay.
So yeah, no, I'm not interested in this girl, and
okay.
Yeah. So I'll stick my head in and tell Toma and Bang that I'm going out. Anyway.
Okay.
If you do that, I'm gonna step out quickly, and Aggie, next time you speak to Aces, there's something about this kid. She could be a great asset, I think. He's got to work his magic on her. There's something off about this kid. And something off in this city means that there's something to be gained. And I'll head back in.
Okay.
I just like...
What?
Whatever.
I'm going shopping.
I'm not going to get involved in that mumbo jumbo stuff. And I'm going out.
Okay. Are you heading anywhere in particular?
I was actually going to go back to my vice purveyor.
Okay.
Gonna play with your dolls?
No, not at the moment. I'm going to go to my vice purveyor. Because basically I was just going to ask him if he'd heard anything about Grace. That was all, really.
Oh, Grace. Grace is Aggie's rival.
Yes.
What's the deal then? With Grace. She's Aggie's rival for...
She's the one that brought down my family and made us lose everything.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm feeling a little bit more confident with the gang and our position within the town. I'm slowly wanting to see about getting some information on her, and I'm going to take her out and kill her.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds fairly serious.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's make... I think it's going to be a fortune roll. He's just a vice purveyor. He's a salesman, really, isn't he? I don't think he's going to necessarily have huge amounts of contacts. So let's say we're going to have a fortune. I think it's just going to be 1D.
Okay.
Okay.
We all know it's going to be an absolute for sure. I didn't get to roll that. You did roll that.
I rolled it.
Well, if I'd rolled it, it'd been a 6.
Go on then, you roll.
No,
it.
the GM failed the roll, so the player wins.
There you go. Yeah, that just decided whether or not I was going to get to roll, and I failed. So, go on then, you make the roll. I'll put the details in for you, and I'll let you click the roll button.
No, it's fine. We'll go with that. Oh, go on then. Oh, look, 5.
Um,
Get me with the
So
rolls tonight.
he strokes his chin and he says, look, you know, we've been through this before. You know she's connected to the Bill Hooks, right? I mean, I don't really want to go messing with those guys. Those guys are crazy.
Yeah, but we're getting really good. You know, our reputation's going up. We've got our own betting shop now that's called Bang's Bet.
Aggie, you're my favorite customer. You know that. I love you like a daughter. Just stay away from the Bill Hooks. They will mess you up. Those guys they don't care. They kill people in the street. They think nothing of it. I don't get involved with them, please. I don't want any harm to come to you.
But they ruined my family. And now I'm alone in the world.
You're not alone. You got me. You've got your friends.
My friends are okay, but I'm not sure if they're just using me. I think they'd stab me in the back as quick as anything.
Aggie. Better the devil you know sometimes, kid.
Can't let anyone get close because they all go, they all disappear, and they're all gone. Everybody disappears in my life.
Well, you mess with the Bill Hooks, maybe it's you that disappears.
But revenge will be mine when I take Grace.
Okay. At the prison, we're with Aces.
Don't burn it down.
Why?
I mean, yeah, don't really want to burn the prison down because Oscar won't have anywhere to go to indulge his vice.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're heading to the prison. What's the intention? I have a sneaking suspicion I might have an idea.
I am going to visit James.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know he's in prison?
It's
We
been
do
a
now.
while.
We do now.
Where's this going?
Okay. Let us say that you get into the prison and you persuade one of the guards or whatever to let you have a meet-up with Chains, a visit. And so you're in a room with Chains. You're sitting across a metal table with these uncomfortable chairs, clearly designed so that people don't outstay their welcome.
Yeah.
The guard is standing by the door, watching over the two of you. Probably not caring too much, to be honest. Chains is wearing the usual prison manacles at this point.
He's wearing chains.
And he's chains in chains and with these stripy pajamas. Well, you got some fucking nerve, ain't you?
I've been told that from time to time, yes. Care for a seat?
He sits down.
I imagine things are making sense now very quickly.
Well, I know that you stole something from me.
And I spared your life.
Now, what, you think I should be thankful?
No, I wouldn't.
Well, good, because I'm not.
I don't expect you to be. But I feel...
You came here to gloat then, did you?
No. I came here to end it. To put things aside. We stole a bookies from you. I saved your life. I could have killed you. I didn't. I feel we are at a level footing. Wouldn't you agree?
He holds up his arms with the manacles on.
You're
whatever you
arrested
say.
for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. You won't be here long, as you're very well aware. I'm sure you're already working your ways to get out. I can help, but I don't believe you would want it.
Well, I don't know. Seems I don't have quite so many friends these days.
Well, let me make amends with that then, shall I?
Oh, you want to be my friend?
How about mutual acquaintances? We can work on the friend bit later. I will do what I can to help you get out. In return, a little bit of information. I found some papers in your vault when we left. I need to know what you were doing with Mr. Vreen. And I promise you, if there anything comes of it profitable, I will make sure you are cut in.
Funny, that's what he said.
Yes, unfortunately for him, he has detached himself from anything to do with you.
I know.
I'm not that way inclined. If I wanted to, I could have sent somebody. I came in person. This connection between me and you will be the talk of the prison yard, I'm sure.
Oh. You do have quite a high opinion of yourself, don't you?
What other opinion should you have of oneself?
And you think you can get me out of here, do you?
I have ways, I have contacts. As you said
Alright.
yourself, you don't exactly have a lot of friends.
Listen. These people, if they knew I was talking to you, they'd be sending somebody too. Only it wouldn't be to talk.
Then we both have an expiry date on our heads. How about we do something about it together then? If we're both for the noose, then maybe we can both cut the rope.
Well, I don't really have much reason to trust you.
Nah, I don't think I have any for you. Oh, wait. I have one thing that might help. I haven't harmed the girl that was in your place. She is alive and safe, and I have no intentions of doing anything to her.
Sure you don't. I mean, she's quite capable of taking care of herself, but you harm a hair on her head and I will kill you.
I am more than certain that she is more than capable of looking after herself. I have a feeling she's the one that's being over my shoulder and over the shoulder of my crew. I would let her go instantaneously if it wasn't for the fact that I would worry still and look over every shoulder in case she decided to seek revenge. I am willing to let her go as a gesture of good faith, as long as you can assure me there's a way I can communicate to her all is well and not to kill me. How's that for a show of faith?
All right. All right. That's not bad.
And of course I don't expect you to tell me everything now on just my word. I will leave here. I will release the girl, pass on any message you feel fitting, and when the time is right, maybe before or after I can get you out of here, I will have someone open a line of communication for us, and we can take our steps from there. 100% risk on my side, 0% risk on your side.
This line of communication.
Yes.
I want you to come here. I want it to be you.
Well,
Or
you don't
maybe-
surprise me. I'd only ask the same myself.
But I'll agree to those terms. You let the girl go. I want her to come and see me, so I can know that she's safe.
Would you like me to bring her with me, or are you thinking more of a private
I don't
visit?
want you anywhere near her.
Fair enough. I will let her know that you are waiting to see her here at prison. And I will begin immediately working on getting you out. If you're not already released by the time I get back. I don't believe they have anything solid on you. You were in a bit of a state when they found you, I would believe.
Very funny.
That funniness may have just saved your life in 2 ways. If I am to come and visit you again, please forgive me if I have to put a few precautions in. See, whilst I am more than willing and have ways to prove to you that I can be trusted, I haven't got anything myself to know that you're trustworthy. I won't come alone next time, but I will assure you there will be no attempt for another war.
All right.
We're agreed then.
We're agreed.
Very well. And whatever it is that you have with my colleague Bang, she sends her apologies.
Yes.
Well, I will be seeing you shortly then.
All
As I
right.
leave, I'm going to go to the guard who was in the corner, and I'm going to attempt to make him forget this whole conversation.
Okay. Yeah, you've got that ability. That should just work.
Yep. And then
Um,
I will head back to the hideout.
All right. So, in the meantime, has anything been going off at the? I know there's been messages flying around there. I've not read any of them yet, but
The game is being played.
okay.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's just I've got to go with the Quicksilver and then try to talk to her, but
Okay.
it's just trying to see if she's connected, as Bang is assuming she is just by the cold spot and everything.
Okay.
So
So
in
you're going to
Bang-
take the Quicksilver.
yeah, that's literally in Bang's mind. That's right. This is how, somehow be able to see whether she is connected, and whether it's there. But that's
All
what
right.
I'm going.
Okay. So yeah, Bang, you take the Quicksilver. So what happens to Bang when she takes it? I mean, is it a bit like when she indulges her vice? Is it a kind of a, because it says it makes her woozy, so I'm assuming it's gonna have some kind of.
I would imagine so, because I think the way I'm reading it is when you're using it on someone else, they get level 2 harm, so they're zoned out.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it is kind of a similar effect, but it's not. This is going to sound really weird, but it's not the good kind.
Okay. Oh right.
So it's the really bad woozy, lightheadedness, maybe loss of balance and things like that, I would say.
But the ghost field comes into focus more, I guess.
Yeah.
And as you kind of stand there, you kind of start to see. You start to see the walls kind of take on a different, almost a glow, white kind of glow, as if there's a sheen. You can still see the walls there, but there's a kind of an ethereal quality to them as well. You can make out these kind of points of light within it, through the wall. It takes a few seconds for it to kind of resolve. You notice that there's a couple of these lights. They resolve into figures. They're quite dim. There's not one of them is quite dim. It's not ever so bright. And it's kind of overshadowed by another smaller figure standing near it, which is really, really bright white. Kind of making the other one look kind of more greyish, the larger figure that's standing nearby. They're both humanoid shapes. And there's like it takes just a few seconds as this is kind of processing through your brain before you realise that the grayer one, the less bright white shape, is Tamer, and the really, really bright white one is clearly this young girl.
Okay.
And you also feel this strange presence, similar to what you had when you were walking the street the other evening. You do feel cold, very, very cold. And as you turn to where this presence is, there is this shape that is kind of it's more of a misty form. It starts off that way and rapidly resolves into a skull-like face which rushes towards you. You feel sudden absolute terror and a chill. Every single hair on your arms, your back, your back of your neck, your hair stands up on end as this hideous shape comes rushing towards you. And I think that's where we're going to leave it this evening.